They got knocked down but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. So about watching that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back. Here we go for round 2. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Can't land the jab there. Do you believe this? Beautiful counter shot. Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
And when it's not just a win for some fighters, they need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That uppercut's blocked. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. These punches coming from every angle. He fails to score with that left hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about watching that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minute.
That's good. That's good.
Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The fuck?
That jab was blocked. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Output. Thought there might be more action here. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Oh no, Carl Froch got caught. And the Cobra is down. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
That counter punch caught him clean. Talk about watching that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knocked. Here we go to the 4th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now.
I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
They're back on their feet. How long will they stay there?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to power you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
And down goes Jones Jr.
Why did I do that?
Where did that come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your play.
Come on.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Talk about Froch in that last round.
Come on, switch on. Switch on.
There's the bell to start round 5. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Nice counter shot. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Look back in the history book. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts. And you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
That hook doesn't score. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They are giving us a high-tempo show. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard.
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. Carl Froch seeing cobwebs. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Oh! Yeah.
Live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure.
Yeah. Fuck!
There's the bell to start round 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
He blocks the jab. Big hook doesn't land. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Out of the way of that right hook. Hook misses. And he scores with the counter. Straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about watching that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity. And there's the bell to start round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Got out of the way of that right hook. A perfect counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. They got out of the way of that right hook. You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about watching that last round. Well, this is the time that and we enter the 8th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Yeah, green one.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
He parries away the left uppercut. Nice defense on that hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, Johnny, it was a very close fight until...
Okay.
I just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes. Don't want you to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a thing, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me, just like revolvers. And every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome. And dear nicks the tone as I pour my pain out. One of your short nose might blow my brains out, but you ain't even pick up. Talking to myself, exactly what you sick of.
Feeling kinda restless. Did you get my message? It's swirling around in the storm.
Yeah, come on.
No,
Ooh, chicken
don't
strip.
tell me that you care when I know you're standing there.
Yeah.
I left the story of my life on your answering machine. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone?
Ooh.
Hello,
Are you gonna get flavor or what?
hello, are you there?
Flavor? What flavor do you?
Hello, would you pick up the phone?
We were like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around, does it really make a sound? That's romantic and profound. But now we're like lumberjacks holding the axes that bring it down. So I'm now on your message, talking about remember. Silence in return, that sounds like timber. There's some that can't see the forest because they liars, but I can't see the forest because of the fire. And in our prehistorics, the flowers was rooting for us. Brontosaurus ate the flowers, T-Rex ate the brontosaurus, and then the T-Rex turned around and ate the florist. That's why I lost my
We don't. I don't think we have.
but that's really not important. My sadness is snitch, my melancholy informant. Despair wears the wire, my longing rapping the song. My
Can you
worry
get some
is a
barbecue
rap, my
sauce?
lonely tapping the phone.
I wanna give you reason,
Get some good ones.
tell
Like
you
from
what I'm
Southern.
feeling, but none of these lines are secure. No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there. I left the story of my life on your answering machine. My tears run off your shoes like water from a goose. You try to wash off all the dirt, but your hands aren't getting clean. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the
To make believers on receivers as you sit back and observe as the rubber curly cord just absorbs all my words. Will you collect us, then connect us, or neglect us on the hole into the wall, then cross the wires on the telephone poles, then bounces off the towers, then up into the satellites, then falls down back to earth to bring a broken heart back to life. Happens all the time, lost the appetite and lack of sleep. If it's dead and flat in line, I leave a message at the bed.
hello? Can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Yeah. Hello, would you pick up the phone? up the phone? Hello, would you pick up the f***ing phone?
You might just be the greatest boxing champion of all time. You see, man like me, I'm an undisputed champion of life. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. When your idols become your rivals, has a funny way of making you pick up the Bible. I've been hustling for the longest, the money's vital. Late night in the casino, I watched him win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. The city centre, cellar cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant the strallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn, you're not Ricky Hatton. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting patted down. Prison cell, swimming in my thoughts, trying not to drown. Shadow boxing in my pad, I hit the gym when I got out. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Your idols become your rivals, you know the hustle paid. You know you took your lemons and turn them to lemonade. I'm from money where the police are getting with, and that's a true story. That's not something you just say. Undisputed, undisputed, we're the undisputed ones. We wanted to be gangster, yeah, we wanted to be dons. We end up in the can and I don't mean a Rubicon. I've always been a champion, I've done this on my ones. I've been running up hills, I've been banging out weights, I've been beating up the heavy bag, I'm training every day. Had to fight for these mills, had to lose a couple mates. Sacrifice after sacrifice, that's the only way. Undisputed, they thought I could do this. I said I'd be a legend, they all thought I was deluded. The pain's deep rooted, the game's diluted. These rappers aren't gangster, they're all capping in their music. In my soul I can feel it, in my soul I can feel it. There's always been a deeper meaning, I wrestle with my demons. I wrestle with my demons. The road's always been appealing, there was holes in my sneakers. There was holes in my sneakers. I had to go and get that beat and I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know what I'm feeling. I just know that I'm in deep. Ooh, the dogs with me. Barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me. Walks with me. Barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me. That's war with the 6-1. Victory all in my eyes, enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr., 160 pounds, 5'11" tall, with a reach of 74. And the man he'll be facing, it's Roy Jones Jr. He tipped the scales at 72 kilos, 180 centimeters tall, with a reach of 188.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
It's Roy
This bout is...
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Todd, all I can say...
Here we go for round one. This is a high-octane battle. Those counter punches have to hurt. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Throws the jab, but does not score. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Insane action. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You got to go back out there and win this round. Get everything big round. Now relax. Stay focused. Completely switched off. Get your mind back on the job.
What do we expect to see here in round two? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Misses with the straight left. There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Despite what the... And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are out.
A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round.
Unbelievable heart. Knocked down twice.
Get out there, switch on, and get your boxing back to... Okay, I'm up here. I like that round. Good work. Now you go back out of that and switch back on. Get focused, get your mindset. Great work.
On to the third. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
These punches coming from every angle. Counter punches have to hurt. And he misses with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two fighters are made for one another. They got out of the way of that right hook. Can't score with that hook again. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won. On to the fourth we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Through the hook, didn't land. They got out of the way of that right hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower, calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Catch and shoot. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Back and forth they go. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
Hey, bro.
He's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out.
Hello. My bad. I was on the phone with my girl. I'm gonna beat your ass. Come on.
Round 6. This round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. How did they... So he's going to take a knee.
You're a dork. You're a dork.
That's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
You're a dork. You're a dork.
The bravery being shown here is
face
just
down,
incredible.
ass up.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that.
Oh!
Use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
He misses with that jab. This round could go either way. Did you see that? Roy Jones Jr. in trouble.
So predictable.
Dominant round there.
It's predictable. Start losing ass up. All right, blood. Hey, blood. Come here, bro. Would you say you're so predictable?
Broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot. Pincer throws that technique. Let's see it again and appreciate
So bad.
Uh-oh. Guess who's awake now? B5. I smell a F-A-G.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this.
Wait, which one is it?
Carl, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
They exchange punches. Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. And right back into the fray.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Those counter punches have to hurt.
They do. They do.
The straight right just misses. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round.
Oh well, GG, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Round 8, and we're off again. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over it.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Wow, that seemed to be
stupid ass
what
move.
she was looking for. Let's watch it again.
All right, bro. Rank 556. Haven't lost. 2 more wins. I'll be platinum.
For real?
Yep. I've been undefeated right now.
Heart to beat the count there.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Beautiful counter shot. They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornerman now is down for them doing that.
Oh my God, Johnny! Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. That was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle.
And down goes Jones Jr.
Would that help him? We'll find out.
Let's see it again and appreciate
Oh
it more.
no, I got knocked down in front of all my fans.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you continue?
Oh, can I continue? Oh,
Hey, you ever watch No Country for Old Men?
I don't remember.
Based in Texas, the guy that finds the suitcase of those cartel guys that find in the middle of nowhere.
It's a movie?
And that psychopath, yeah, it's a movie. That psychopath follows him. He uses the oxygen tanks to blow out doors and then uses it to punch a hole in people's head.
No, but I gotta watch it now. Hey, bro, GG, bro.
Won so many awards. Alright.
Yeah, GG, bro. Alright, hey. Well, tell me. Tell me GG.